In the book of 1 Nephi, we have several conversion stories. In 1 Nephi chapter 2, we learn about Nephi's conversion. And in chapter 5, we learn about Sariah's conversion. So Sariah has been kind of going through the motions. It feels like she's going with Lehi and following her husband. But when Lehi sends his sons to go retrieve the brass plates from Laban, she feels like he's gone a step too far. And she complains. She tells him that he's a visionary man, that he's he's killed her sons, and she's in a dark place. So she's out there, but she doesn't really believe that she should be out there, that God wants her to be out there. And but then her sons come back. So in chapter 5, verses 7 and 8, it says, "And when we had returned to the tent of my father, behold, there," meaning Sariah and Lehi's, "joy was full, and my mother was comforted. And she spake, saying, Now I know of a surety that the Lord hath commanded my husband to flee into the wilderness. Yea, and I also know of a surety that the Lord hath protected my sons, and delivered them out of the hands of Laban, and given them power whereby they could accomplish the thing which the Lord hath commanded them. And after this manner of language did she speak." So this miracle, this experience, and it might not seem miraculous to some people, that, after all they're seeing is their sons coming home. You're not seeing the Red Sea part, and you're not seeing someone get raised from the dead or anything. But to Sariah, this was a manifestation of God's power and a witness that her husband truly was a prophet. I find it interesting that Sariah was willing to follow Lehi for so long without this witness. And it also kind of makes me respect Lehi more, because he did not have family support. When he decided to take his family into the wilderness, he had to have been very committed to that decision, because everybody disagreed with him. Nephi changed his heart early on after praying to God, but even his wife disagreed with him, and whether she said it to him or not, I don't know, but eventually she was saying it to him. And it must have been hard for Lehi emotionally, and also for Sariah emotionally, to feel like she's out of control. Her husband's taking her into crazy places and telling them to do crazy things. So this witness was obviously very powerful for her, and we don't hear any indication that she ever doubts or wavers in the future. So I think of this as her true conversion experience, where she really starts to trust God and believe God, and isn't just going through the motions anymore, isn't just following Lehi to be a good wife, or to because she feels like she's supposed to. Now she really believes that Lehi is a prophet, and that God really does have his hand in their life.